Hello everyone. So I'm doing a card reading for the collective consciousness and an energy update. So let's see what the cards say and what messages we get that we all need to hear for right now. I hope everyone is having fun and staying safe at home and staying happy and healthy, okay? So the first card I pulled was card number 21, Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. So before I even show you this card, beyond the mind, the heart beats. Beyond the mind, meaning we are all shifting from a mind perspective, a linear perspective, and we're going into the heart space. We are now shifting into a frequency, into a paradigm, which is a system of beliefs, a bundle of system of beliefs that we live and exist in. And we are now dropping down, grounding down to the heart's beat, beyond the mind. Beyond, keyword beyond, okay? So here it is. And this card is actually the whole illustration of the Sacred Rebels Guide Oracle deck. So as you can see, here she is. She, meaning the clairsentient being, Earth and its inhabitants, us, humanity, the rays of feminine Christ consciousness. As you can see, the majority of us, of this human species, was now turning into a galactic species. Most of us are still asleep, but that light is starting to illuminate. It's starting to brighten the sleep, and it's starting to awaken. And if you can see, you can even see the galaxy, inter and outer galactic beings coming down to here to serve us. And as you can see, the DNA, the double helix, is going through and transitioning. Let me see what that is. Yes, it's definitely transitioning, and there's time. It looks like timetables or circles of a clock, of a stopwatch. That is, everything is shifting right now. This is definitely the time of change. Okay, and also too, I want you guys to just realize, like, this is just time for an internal reflection and going within and really taking this time to heal and to figure out anything that you feel that needs to be, not figured out, but anything that you feel that needs to be brought into attention, definitely do that. Do the research, go through the inner guidance. And the next card, Heaven Sent, card number 33. So many of us, as you can see, her eyes are asleep here too. Many of us are going through major light body activations as we speak. All of us are on some level, but most of us are getting major upgrades that we have never gotten ever before. And this is really important to take time to just relax. If you need to sleep, if you are exhausted, please sleep. It is very important that we get our sleep, and that is the best way that we can integrate new upgrades and new light body activations happening inside of our body, letting it occur while we sleep and integrating it as well. It's very important to stay be very nice and nurturing the body, okay? Card number 33. I'm going to read this, but just know, many of us are experiencing major activation, pineal gland activations. So card number 33, Heaven Sent. Okay, just as we receive gifts in the physical world through thoughtfulness of others to acknowledge how much we mean to them, so too we receive gifts on the other side, including the spiritual level. So as we go through our spiritual awakening, we start to initiate ourselves into new psychic abilities, new clairsensory abilities. Maybe our clairvoyance starts to kick in, or clairaudience starts to kick in. A spiritual gift is something that happens through grace. We can ask for help, and it may be given in response to that request. All requests for help are answered. A spiritual gift can also be given without us asking for anything at all. At least not consciously. Sometimes it is our hearts that cry out for help. While we are busy getting on through our to-do lists, we don't often stop to think about what our heart might need. If we do, an immediate solution is not obvious. We just get on with life, either letting the issue be or taking that that more painful option of dwelling on it without seeing it to might be resolved. However, there is a loving benevolence in life that knows exactly what we need and how it can become to us, even when we are not quite so clear. This force actively seeks to assist us in walking our life path. That loving sweetness is being offered to you now, or soon will be, in the form of a spiritual gift. Your spiritual gift may be symbolic. It may be something that can seem ordinary, but holds a lot of meaning. It might be an object that catches your eye and mesmerizes you. You might think you are appreciating how lovely it looks, but is underlying the energy that captures you. Something in the appearance, color, or shape speaks to you and is perhaps answering an unspoken prayer. It is not the object that is the gift. That is just the wrapping. The actual gift is subtle yet effective empowerment. It is like a spiritual booster shot that helps you move forward in life with additional zing, extra strength, and great space. This oracle also brings you the message: let yourself be helped. Assistance is coming your way, so act on it and say yes. If you have also drawn the oracle of collaborative dreaming, then this message is amplified. It is very significant as the assistance is coming from the hand of life itself, to trust it. Okay, so definitely what is happening here is, like in this first one, galactic beings coming through, down onto Earth, major light body activations. Definitely call on your spirit team at this time. If you feel called to, if you are starting to experience initiation with higher beings, extraterrestrials, ascended masters, archangels, whatever it is, any beings not of this planet, benevolent beings, if you feel called, definitely call on them, because this is a strong message that they are here to help assist, but they cannot do anything unless we ask for their help. Very important. They cannot do anything unless we ask for their help. Card number 4, Against the Grain. This is like my favorite card. So this, again, we are traveling in the murky waters. There's a lot happening that we are not knowing about and that we should not speak of, because everything is happening at this present moment, at this present time. So as I always say, you know, Earth is a spiritual classroom, but right now we are going through the biggest in all of human race, the biggest spiritual warfare going down between the light and the dark forces that occupy this planet. And obviously we all know and we all feel that victory is definitely on the light worker side, the Christed light, unconditional love frequencies, people who hold, and the benevolent beings that hold that intention in the spiritual warfare are definitely in victory right now. But we are still swimming through the murky water, so it's very important that we just go with the flow, tap into our feminine energy, and just know that even through the murky, we'll get into the clear. Okay, or even when you climb that mountain, and right on the other side of that mountain is exactly where we need to be. Okay, the murky waters is just kind of just letting us know that it's going to be a while, but just please stay calm and do your inner work. This is time to do you. I know many of us that may be watching this are so used to stick by the hour, by the day, we have a schedule, but this is time to just flow through the murky waters. Definitely go within into internal healing. Do those meditations, do those prayers, okay? And so now I'm gonna pick from, Isis will be last, I'm gonna do the Astro deck, which is actually really good to me yesterday. So I am gonna use that again. The Numinous Astro deck. It's purple like me, so I had to get it. But it was really spot on. I haven't really used this deck since I first purchased it, which was months ago. I think I actually did a card reading. My first card reading with it was probably the last time I really used these cards. But, of course. Okay. I'm definitely going to be reading because I'm definitely not familiar with astrology, but I am getting messages coming through. Alright. Oops, there we go. So we pulled Mars. This is action. So definitely a sign of Aries and Scorpio, which the next card we pulled was Aries, the radical. Mars is a go-getter and a bit of a bully, the head chef of a heated kitchen and a conqueror of nations. Mars brings an abundance of physical energy to the task at hand and really wants to win. Ruler of the adrenals, Mars regulates the fight and flight impulse in our charts. It shows what we are most passionate about, as well as how we channel our anger, what gets us riled up, and how we express the energy of conflict. Where there is injustice, it's the activists taking the streets in protest, shouting for a shakeup in the status quo. Mars burns with desire, demand, satisfaction, urges us to cut to the chase. In business, in our thinking, and in bed, Mars knows what it needs and isn't afraid to ask for it. Isn't afraid of much. When Mars gets us in trouble, it is where wanting meets taking, with no buffer to cool our jets and to take others' tender and vulnerable need into account. When you pull this card, Mars is asking you to learn to lean into the conflict rather than choosing to turn to the other cheek. Remember, when there has been a transgression, anger is valid response. Who is being harmed and how? What is wrong with this picture? So definitely, we all know that there's huge spiritual warfare going down, as you can see, like fire. Look at this lipstick for temptation, for just a dark agenda. And we see these golden boxing gloves, which we know that victory is definitely in our favor. But there's so much action being taken right now. Let us use this masculine energy to fuel us into our next project, or to fuel us into this next financial reset, or fuel us into thinking of the abundance timelines that we are going to experience after this. Definitely use all that masculine energy, even the full moon energy that just happened a couple days ago. Like, use that. The full moon energy is still kind of there. Use that. Like, do a ritual if you haven't done it yet, 12/12, and tap into this masculine energy to use it for your benefit, to put manifestation into form. Next card is Aries, which is my card. Of course I choose that one. So let's just see what happens when we pull this card. The first starter, of course, and we are fire. Self-confidence, of course. Careless, impatient. Okay. So, Aries means it's time to push the pedal to the metal and move forward fast. There's no time to waste considering how your actions may impact others. The iron is hot and it's time to strike. Making mistakes and breaking things is part of the process. There's no shame in getting it wrong. This is how you learn to play harder, faster, stronger. The podium awaits and the gold medal has already been etched with your name on it. Go for it. And again, I think this is totally connected to the Mars taking into action. Fire, Aries is fire. Look inside of you internally. What burns your fire? You know, what keeps that flame ignite? Something that you're passionate about. Use this energy coming forth in this time of change, and let's put things into form and into manifestation. Aries is definitely go-getter. And lastly, we'll do one last one on this deck, Uranus. Let's see. Okay, revolution. Of course, with this whole times of change and this whole warfare going on, revolution is taking action. Breakthroughs, originality, humanitarianism, reform, surprise, freedom, diversity, enlightening. Real important. So, rebel planet Uranus brings disruption and change, and all in the name of progress. When you pull this card, how can you harness the power of group consciousness by joining up and participating in something much larger than the individual self? Uranus rules brainstorms and blue sky thinking. Who can you call on, the mastermind of your situation, and help you come up with an as yet unimaginable solution to your current situation? There is an opportunity now to break on through the boundaries of self-imposed limitation and build something brand new from the ground up. Embrace the exhilaration sensation of throwing caution to the winds of change and crafting a vision that embodies your highest ideals. So this is definitely what I feel is taking place in these 3 cards, is taking into action, going within. What is that passion, that flame, that desire that keeps you going? And that is going to be your revolution, your freedom, aka could be financial freedom, which I'm thinking awakening is on here too, humanitarianism. You guys, this is definitely telling you, start to look within, start your own business, or do whatever you feel is being called to you to do, that is putting your passion into action. Action, the radical, of course, and revolution. You guys, we're going through a major awakening, y'all. Faux show. Okay, lastly, I'm gonna pick from Isis. I love her. I instantly get chills when I open this book. This is how powerful it is. I don't even have to. I just opened it and we're there. Chills, definite confirmation. This is what I need to read. Ancient power mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. All right, let me look this up. It's the second one. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. The rattle of Isis, the sistrum, is playing in the hands of the goddess now. Can you sense it with your inner hearing, your clairaudience? Its vibration reaches through your crown chakra and enters your body, initiating you into great ancient power mysteries of sound, creativity, and healing. This is a time when words and music will become increasingly important on your spiritual path and healing journey. It's really interesting because I usually never play like a hertz frequency when I'm doing my card reading, but I definitely did today, if you can hear it in the background. Interesting, Lady Isis. When the Lady Isis initiates a beloved into her ancient mysteries, life can become quite interesting. An initiate of Isis does not just learn new ideas as a student, but is thrown into the experience of the mysteries in real day-to-day living so that they may be truly mastered in our lives and then utilized in service to help the lives of others too, so that one day all beings will be healed and whole according to the will of the divine feminine. The rattle of Isis initiates us into the mysteries of sound healing and creation through vibration. If we listen carefully with our inner ear, we can hear the sounds of the universe alive. We can sense and hear with our inner ear the movement of planets, the beating of the heart of earth, and the music of the goddess guiding us through sound, helping our souls to dance and move and our lives to heal. You are guided to use words that reflect the experience you would like to create in your life. It may involve shifting how you speak, for example, rather than focusing on struggle and focusing on the signs of life and healing that you experience. This may also include using chant, prayer, invocation, incantation. It may also involve singing and playing a musical instrument. Yes. Or using sound for healing through voice and another instrument such as crystal bowls, rattles, keyboard, string or wooden instruments, and letting the sound move you. You may use this healing for yourself, but if you are a healer, this oracle can guide you to explore this in your healing with others. Wow, what a beautiful initiation. If you're reading this right now and you're into music or it's part of your creative flow, this is definitely an initiation that it's time for you to start using it and utilizing your passion and your fire and heal, because that is your medicine. You're starting to initiate yourself into cultivating your medicine and being able to service it to others. Very cool. This oracle guides you to honor the power of your voice, whether through spoken or sung words, and in what you write, speak about, or stand for symbolically. You have potentially very powerful healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. That was powerful. Is it acknowledgement of freedom, respect, and love for others? Do you use your powerful speech with kindness and wisdom? In order to help you master the ancient mysteries of the system, you use your beautiful voice with spiritual responsibility and wisdom. Love that. You also need to acknowledge where you have used your power to manipulate others to get your own way or fail to be respectful. Forgive yourself. Aloud and ask for forgiveness. This is so powerful. Often initiates don't realize what they are not conscious until thrown into initiation, which helps us become more aware and grow. It can be confronting to become aware of issues that need healing within us, but choose not to do so. Be kind to yourself. We are all learning. Wow. That is so, so strong, you guys. Definitely a sign of initiation as we're going through our awakening. And this message really was just to bring you hopefully peace and calm and harmony, and knowing to just trust in the process. Know that in the darkest nights that we are going through, there is such the dawn of this golden sun ahead of us. So also I wanted to just share, if any of you guys are wanting to learn a meditation or how to meditate, I suggest that you just go internally within, do some deep breathing, and call in that sun, that beautiful sun, to heal your body, heal earth, heal whatever you feel needs healing in your life. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. But that was the message, the collective message and energy update. So I hope you guys stay happy and healthy, and you go through this awakening with the most calm and grounded energies you possibly can. Be patient. Know that the world is changing, and we are just needing to be put in place and doing our part by just healing from within, whatever that means. Okay? Have a beautiful day.